Nair tier list time. First up, Alex. Should we rank? Okay, let's rank Alex instead of Steve. Sure. This Nair is extremely good. It's a combo starter. It's a combo extender. It can combo into kill moves. It's frame 4. It's frame 4 out of shield. This move's really good. Steve Nair, it can be reversed. You can do a reverse Nair. I think Steve has an A tier Nair. Steve and Alex. Very good. We're yet to see what exactly the character can do with it. And I think in a lot of ways the character is too slow to really capitalize on how good this Nair is. But in a vacuum, all things being equal, if we're making the perfect character, if we're making like a homunculus character where we have to fill in every single move slot, I think Alex Nair would not be a bad one. It would be a good place to start. You know what I mean? Like a lot of characters could do a lot with that one. Banjo Nair, kind of bad. It's okay. Like it has its purpose. It's good for setting, taking up space. It's basically like Ivysaur Nair, so it's not awful. I'm pretty sure it's unsafe on shield, which is another reason why I think it's not that great. It has like really fake drag down stuff that doesn't work consistently, which is very annoying. If the drag down stuff worked consistently, it would be like up a lot. But yeah, this is a minus 14 on shield Nair, which, you know, that hurts. That hurts. It's good for taking up space. It can be faded back, faded in. Am I removing the aspect of cancelable Nairs with the Shotos? No. I think that I'll call that intrinsic to the move. If you think about it, Shotos and Terry have certain normals that can't be canceled, right? Like you can't cancel up smash, you can't cancel F smash. So that means that the canceling is specific to those moves. So if Nair can be canceled, it's because Nair can be canceled. It's not because it's on Ken. Does that make sense? I think my logic's sound there. Banjo Nair, bro, I don't even know. Probably B tier. Probably C tier. Like it doesn't kill. I don't think it's particularly fast. You can't land with it. It can be used during combos. It can be used to edgeguard, but it's really just not that good, right? It's minus 16 on shield unless you auto-cancel the early parts, in which case it's like minus 6, which isn't bad, but you can't really get much off of it if you hit it, it seems like, because she has so much landing lag. 9 frames startup. That's not all that fast. I think this is a pretty bad Nair. I actually think I might move it down to D tier. Bowser Nair. Bowser's Nair is extremely good, but it's not safe. It can combo, it can pressure, it can do the same thing Banjo's Nair does, and it can combo into back air for a kill. The problem is it's minus 12 on shield. It's extremely active, but it comes out on frame 8, so it can't really be used as an out of shield option. Not that Bowser needs it, but like I said, we're putting these in a vacuum. I think you could do a lot better than Bowser's Nair if you were putting together like a homunculus character. But it's better than these two because it does combo. It's better than Banjo and Bayo. Bowser Jr. Nair, it's okay. It's kind of down here in these, like, it's a good get off me tool, but it's not really safe on shield, I don't believe. It doesn't really combo. It just is a decent get off me tool. It is frame 7, which makes it a pretty good out of shield option, so I might need to move it up a little bit. It's minus 6 on shield. That's not bad, but like Bowser Jr. doesn't really have the quick follow-ups to take advantage of a relatively safe Nair. Is it B tier because it's so much safer than Bowser's? It has really big hitboxes. Like, this is not a wimpy move. And if it's only minus 6, I wasn't aware it was that safe. Minus 6 on average. I think that's a B tier Nair. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I think he's just too slow. If it was on a faster character, like, you could use this as a get in or get out tool, which is not bad at all. What's up, Joshy? Byleth Nair. Man, it has to go in this tier, right? Byleth Nair has potential. It's a multi-hit. It's pretty safe. It's a really good anti-air. It's a good out of shield option. Like, it has a lot of use, don't get me wrong, but it just is so inconsistent. It just doesn't work correctly most of the time. It's not very safe on shield. The multi-hit makes it feel safe because it has the landing hitbox. But the fact that it's not really safe on shield means it's just kind of like a mediocre out of shield option. I think it's pretty good. You know, I think it's pretty good. Bowser, yeah, Bowser's Nair is really good, but you got a point about it doing 30 damage. Like, you can combo with it, but I just don't think that it works as like a general tool as well as a lot of other Nairs. It just does a lot of damage. And it does combo, but you have to get really specific setups. And because it's so unsafe, it can be pretty hard to get those setups without getting hard punished for it. You know what I mean? It's got to be a call out. Oh, show cat and dog. You're right. Daisy. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here, Daisy, baby. I got cat playing Hades, by the way. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
You beat Meg? Nice. Daisy says, hey, dude. All right, she's trying to find the cat. In the meantime, let's keep going. Falcon. Now, this is a Nair right here. Really good combo starter. It's a good anti-air. It's a good combo extender. It's very safe on shield. It has multiple hits. It's really versatile. Captain Falcon Nair is really, really solid. It's a very, very good Nair. I would say it's one of the best Nairs in the game. I might end up moving it up to S tier. Kitty. Kitty and dog. Oh, she's coming at me, dude. It's an animal party in here. The void is here, indeed. It's frame 7, which makes it a good out of shield option. It only hits in front, so it's not the best out of shield option. He's got kind of too high of a jump to use it consistently in that way. But it's fast, which makes it a good anti-air. -4, that's really good. I think of Falcon's Nair as basically a very slightly worse ZSS Nair. They kind of serve the same purpose. But yeah, in a vacuum, on a character with a shorter jump or something, it could be used as an out of shield option. It just, Falcon's data doesn't really line up with using it that way. But it's still really good. Charizard Nair. Really good, forces tech chases, it's super quick. I think it's safe on shield though, is the only thing that's different. So in a vacuum, this is a good move. It's actually probably a lot more like Ridley's Nair. Alright, yeah, frame 8, -5 on shield, that's really good. Charizard Nair can ledge combo into fair. Yeah, it has some niche combo uses, but for the most part, it's just it's a good get off me tool, and it's a good landing tool. It's a good move, you know. I don't think it is best. Like I think if this move was on a faster, or he is fast, on a character with better combo follow-ups, it would be really good. But on Charizard, it's just decent. So in a vacuum, I think this is a low, or probably a high B tier Nair. Is it as good as Bowser's? I don't know, but it's definitely better than Bowser Jr.'s. Chrom Nair, really good, really good. It's basically Falcon Nair, but it's a sword. It can be used to combo, can be used to combo extend, can be used to land. It's safe. It's amazing shield pressure. It has multiple hits. It's -6 on shield. Chrom Nair is really good. It's really good. Yeah, I think Chrom Nair is definitely up here in this really good Nair tier. I think it's probably at the top of A tier. That thing is super solid. Cloud Nair, it's okay. It serves its function. It's kind of small. Everyone was memeing about that at Start Ultimate. It's not that small. It's still good. It's frame 5, -5 on shield. You're not really landing on shield with this move, but if you did, it wouldn't be bad, you know, in a vacuum. It's pretty safe. 5 frame startup, that's really quick, which makes it a good get off me tool. Not the best combo tool, but it can force mistechs. Cloud Nair is pretty good. Cloud Nair is pretty good. Corin Nair. This Nair is really good. This Nair is really good. It's a combo tool. It's an out of shield option. Can she land with it? I don't know how safe it is, but the fact that she can just like short hop anti-air Nair and then combo out of it is really good. Yeah, frame 6, -7 on shield. That's really good data. It's basically Ike Nair, but maybe slightly worse, but it can also be used as an out of shield option, which makes it amazing. I think if Corin had like stronger follow-ups to it, she would be absolutely busted. And in a vacuum, I think this Nair is really good. It covers so much, dude. The fact that it has a sword that shoots out on both sides, it's frame 6, it's a frame 9 out of shield option. It hits super low, so you don't have to worry about people ducking under it most of the time. Like the fact that she sweeps it down like that means it's a really good out of shield option. Corin Nair is up here in the upper echelon of excellent Nairs. She's really good. Diddy Kong Nair. Diddy Nair is really good, but kind of small, I believe. Yeah, frame 8, -5. It can combo start. It can anti-air. Really good Nair. Really good. I think like at least top of B tier, probably low A tier. I think Diddy Nair is super solid. The only problem is like it's kind of small. It's not really disjointed at all. Like you see this, like it doesn't even poke out past his feet, which means that you can get swatted away by people with disjoints. But the frame data is just good enough, and Diddy is a character who can use the frame data really well. So Not the, I guess we're talking about in a vacuum. In a vacuum, it's still a really good Nair. I think I would put it right under Corrin in the bottom of A tier. It's really, really good. DK Nair, solid Nair. It kills now. On a better character, this Nair would be really good. You ever think about how many of DK's moves would be just absolutely broken on a better character than DK? It's so strange. DK has so many busted ass moves. Like, this is one of them. This move kills. It's active for 16 frames. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. In a vacuum, this Nair is absolutely busted. It's frame 10 startup, which is the same as Ike's, but it kills, it combos, it forces techs. It's a good ass move. So yeah, we're gonna put that around Bowser tier. It suffers because it's on a slow character without good landing options, but it's such a good move. Not gonna lie, I have no idea how good Duck Hunt's Nair is. I see them use it every now and then to combo, but we'll just look at it in a vacuum. Frame 6, -6 on shield. It's pretty good. Overall, this looks exactly like Diddy Kong Nair, but probably not as good. I would put it a little bit below Diddy, and probably right here, probably between Charizard and BJ. Duck Hunt Nair is good, but not as good as a lot of the other ones on this list. Again, I don't play Duck Hunt, so this is low degree of confidence, people. Okay, Falconer. Falconer is really good. Falconer is a very good combo tool. It can be used as a landing option, but it's not particularly safe. But as a combo tool, it's great. Frame 3 startup, and it's super active, really big hitboxes, only -6 on shield. So it can't be shield grabbed. This is a good ass move, dude. This is a really good move. It also can be used to kill, it can be used to force off stage. I think Falconer is really good. Octopus Top Hat. This is in a vacuum. This is not including like the data of the characters. I think Bowser Nair is really, really, really good. I just think that Bowser can't always capitalize on what makes it really good. Yeah, I think Falconer is worthy of being very high up here. I think probably top of... it's about as good as Diddy's. It's probably better than Diddy's. Is it better than Corrin's? I think probably not. I think this is where I would stop in my bringing Falco up. Fox Nair. This might be our first S tier Nair, dude. Sex kicks, and it's an old term, dude, sex kick. I didn't come up with it. That's when their foot just like stays out and they have a hitbox the whole time. They're just insanely good. It's like an old melee term. And Fox's Nair has been good for 25 years now, 22 years. They haven't changed the move that much as far as I'm aware. It combos into kill moves. It's incredibly safe on shield. It's frame 4. It's an out of shield option. It's an anti-air. It's a kill move at high percents. It combos into all of his kill moves. It combos into all of his damage starters. This is just it's a contender for best Nair in the game. It's a contender for best Nair in the game. It's so good. Yeah, long-lasting hitbox. It's active for 19 frames. That is so long. Active for a whole third of a second, and that's because he's a fast faller. He can short hop and like have a hitbox out the whole time. Very similar Nair is Doc. In a vacuum, this Nair might be really, really good. Yeah, frame 3, sex kick, -4, -3 on shield. It doesn't combo as well as Fox's, but it's still really, really good. Frame 3 startup is crazy. Really good hitboxes for the most part. It's also active for an absurdly long time. It gets stronger as it stays out. The second half is actually stronger than the first. So as a landing tool, it's really, really strong, which is interesting. I think it's really good. I think maybe it's probably a little bit worse than Mario's Nair because it gets stronger the longer it's out, which makes it a worse out of shield option. It doesn't send very far. However, that might make it combo better. I don't know enough about Doc to say either way, but it's definitely really good. It's definitely at the very least, it's probably S tier. That frame data is just that good. I think he's just too slow. I think if Doc was faster, he would have one of the best Nairs in the game. So in a vacuum, I think it's one of the better Nairs. It is probably a little bit worse than Mario's though, so I'm gonna move it down to A tier. Ganon Nair. In theory, Ganon has a really good Nair. It's very inconsistent though. It doesn't hit short characters out of shield very well. People fall out of it all the time. It's -7, -6 on shield, which is pretty good, but it does kill. It has a massive hitbox. It's very active. It's a good ass Nair, but I don't think it's quite A tier. I think it's down here with Bowser and being a pretty good Nair. It's just very inconsistent. If it was less inconsistent, it would be a top tier Nair, I think. Greninja Nair. This is a really good Nair too. Let's look at the frame data. Frame 12 is really slow, but it is -3, -4 on shield, which is really good. It does combo into kill moves. It's basically, it's like Ike Nair in a weird way, in that you want to be landing on people's shields with it. You want to be trying to combo with it. But the fact that it's so slow makes it a little bit worse, I think, or probably significantly worse. It is very safe on a fast character, which is nice. And the fact that you can combo with it is really good. But frame 12 startup is pretty slow. It can't be used as an out of shield option. It works really well in his kit, though. But yeah, I think this is probably a top of B tier Nair. It's very solid, but it doesn't stand out to me. You know what I mean? You think most characters would love to have Ganon Nair? Ganon Nair is really good. It's just inconsistent. I might move it up. I'm thinking about it. As far as raw KOing, Ganondorf Snare competes with Marth's Tiffer Nair for strongest Nair. Yeah, no, it's very good for killing. It just is inconsistent. You can't really use it to land that well. It doesn't really combo like a lot of the other Nairs on this list. At least not very well. Hero Nair, probably C tier. It covers a lot of space. It's not an awful Nair, but it's like much worse than Ike Nair while being similar in purpose. -6 on shield, so same frame data, a little bit faster, but it doesn't combo properly. It's not as big, but it's basically just Ike Nair but worse. And like the best thing about Ike Snare is the angle it sends at and how easily it combos. So without all of that, Ike Snare is just kind of mediocre. Icy's Nair, I think, is bad, right? I don't know enough about this character. I could be very, very wrong here. This is me speaking off the cuff about a character I don't understand very well. I usually just outrange this character, so I don't worry too much about stuff like this. Frame 6 startup +2 on shield. Excuse me? Unfortunately, the hitbox is looking tiny, dude. It's tiny. But 6 frame startup +2 on shield. I think Nairs are generally meant to be utility moves and not kill moves. And if they are kill moves, they better be super active, which Ganon's is, but I just don't think it's good enough. It's +2 on block. That's crazy. It's just too small, though. It's just too small. It confirms into a bunch of decent stuff. Yeah, I think this is a really good Nair, actually. It's not C tier for sure. The question is, do you get Nana for this Nair? Like, if we're talking about in a vacuum, are we talking about one Icy's Nair? Or are we talking about, like, Nana just appears when you Nair and hits you with you? I think we have to be taking it in that context, right? The strongest the Nair could potentially be. So, yeah, I think Icy's... The fact that it's so stubby means I can't put it in, like, godlike tier. But +2 on shield's crazy. You could do some insane stuff with a lot of characters. This, with a different moveset, this would result in a lot of instant shield breaks. In fact, Ice Climbers might have instant shield breaks. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. As an Ike main, I don't think I've ever gotten hit with Icy's Nair while shielding. It's just not a thing that happens to me very much. All right, the boy. I'm saving him for last. I'm saving Ike for last. I don't want to place him now. You guys are gonna have to wait on that one. Incineroar Nair. I think this might be another case of a really, really good Nair being on a slow, stubby, bad character. 5 frame startup, -6 on shield. It's essentially a sex kick. I'm pretty sure it combos. The frame data is not as impressive as I'd hoped. Frame 5 is really good, though. Frame 5 makes it a really good out of shield option, I'm sure. It does combo. All right, that makes it a pretty good Nair. And in a vacuum, like on a faster character, it would be very good. We'll put it in B tier because I think it's a... That's probably a little better than this. We'll put it in A tier. I think this is an A tier Nair. It's a sex kick, essentially, even though he's using his whole chest instead of his feet. Bro, Inkling Nair is an enigma. It's so good in theory, but it's so tiny and hard to combo with, and you can't use it as a combo starter because it has the smallest hitbox in the world. So I think this is like a bottom of B tier Nair. It has potential to be really good, but like the fact that the hitbox is as small as it is makes it super... Like, it's -2 on shield, but do you guys see how tiny this is? And this is a tiny character anyway. It's just really hard to make this work. It's not very active. It's generally pretty hard to get a combo started with it. But it's pretty good as a combo extender if you can actually get it to connect. One thing I find when I play Inkling is, like, Inkling's hurtbox, like, pushes people, and then the Nair misses, which can be super annoying. So yeah, I think this is a B tier Nair just because it's so tiny. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Isabelle, I have no idea. I'm going to put her there to start, and we're just going to have to take a look. Again, I have big sword privilege. I don't usually deal with Isabelle's Nair much. I hear it's not bad. -2, -3 on shield, 5 frame startup. That's pretty good, dude. Active for 20 frames. If this move combos, it's insane. It probably just combos into forward air, but yeah. That's a good Nair. That's a really good Nair. That's probably better than Inkling's Nair. We'll put it up here in the pretty good Nair region. I think it's not bad at all. She can use 2 in a short hop, but it doesn't really combo. Yeah, on a faster character, it would probably combo, though. You got to keep that in mind, since we're saying in a vacuum. So, the fact that it's in straight out is bad, though. It's actually, I think it might be worse than Inkling's just because it's in straight out. If it's sent up, or like, just was more easy to combo with, it's really similar to Inkling Nair, actually. In a vacuum, I think, like, if you put Isabelle's Nair on Inkling, I think the character might get better. You know what I mean? Ivy Nair is literally Banjo Nair. So I better put him in the same tier, huh? I think it's better than Banjo Nair, like inherently. I think it has better data. It's -14 on shield, but it is frame 7 startup. Let's take a look at Banjo's. Yeah, frame 10. Yeah, it's faster. It's a faster Banjo Nair. It forces tech chases. It's not awful. So it's like slightly better than Banjo's Nair. I think we put it at the bottom of B tier because it's just really good at taking up space. And it's frame 7, which makes it an out of shield option. Let's put it around here. I think it's B tier. It doesn't serve as many purposes as a lot of the other Nairs on this list. That's not to say that it's bad. It just doesn't have as many niches. It sends at a really good angle for edge guarding. That's true. So does Banjo's, though. I think Ivy just has more potential to follow up than Banjo. But in a vacuum, it's only a little bit better than Banjo's. Joker Nair. Really good. Really, really good Nair. Daisy, chill out. Super active, combos, kills when you have Arson. We'll take like an average of regular Joker and Arson. And I think this Nair is really good. I think it's probably, it serves a lot of the same purposes as Diddy's while being a little bit better, but I don't think it's quite as good as Falco's. It's not really an out of shield option, but it's a really good landing tool. It's very safe, especially if you land on the correct hit. It is frame 12. It's -5. Oh, okay, it's actually -5 consistently. But it's active for 15 frames, which is really good. It's got pretty good hitboxes. The Arsene version is insane. And it kills, and it's good for edge guarding. I think Joker Nair is Ivy Nair, but way better. It's like Ivy Nair, but way, way better. It's much faster, much safer. It's really good. I don't think it's like top tier, but it's very good. Puff Nair is godlike. Puff Nair is one of the best Nairs in the game, but you gotta think that it maybe is carried a little bit by being on Puff. It fits Puff's kit so freaking well. Frame 6, -5 on shield, but it doesn't have a huge hitbox. It's not as safe as a lot of other Nairs. In a vacuum, if you're not considering the fact that it's on Puff, I think it's just a worse like dock, or it's just a worse sex kick. Puff having a sex kick is amazing. It makes her really, really good. But I think it's not the best sex kick in the game. And in a vacuum, I think she would be better off with Fox Nair. I think she would be better off if she had Doc Nair. But in the context of her kit, her Nair is amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys get what I'm saying about Puff. I'm in no way saying that Puff's Nair isn't really, really good. It is, absolutely. That's why it's an A tier. But I think other sex kicks are better. Ken, okay, have you guys ever actually looked at the frame data for Ken and Ryu's Nair? Or any of his aerials in general? This character is stupid. And the fact that he can cancel it, and we're gonna assume that anyone who gets Ken's Nair can cancel into specials just like Ken can. But even if he can't cancel, it's -2 on shield, it has a huge hitbox, it has frame 6 startup, it combos, and he can cancel it into specials? I don't know, man. I think this is one of the best Nairs in the game. It's so good. If we're assuming that he can cancel into specials with it. It's so, so good. Ken Nair in a vacuum is broken. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane on Ken, too. You have to go lift a piano. No, don't hurt yourself. Be careful. Link Nair and Diddy Nair don't have the right to be this good. Yeah, you're right. They are, though. Diddy Nair. This is a really good Nair. It's on a slow character. The only thing is I don't think it has very good frame safety, actually. Oh, never mind. It's insane. It's insane. The hitbox is tiny, though. Why is the hitbox that small? Okay, the starting hitbox is good. It's the lingering hitbox that's small. Still, though, that is limiting. That is limiting. And the fact that his hitbox extends past his hitbox for a while, that matters. But the starting hitbox, like as an out-of-shield option, really, really good. Yeah, really good Nair. Really solid. I think it belongs right here with Incineroar. Maybe a little bit higher, because the hitbox is bigger. I'm bumping that up. I'm bumping that up. Kin's Nair is so good. Especially if we're assuming special canceling, it might be the best Nair in the game. It might be the best in the game if every character could special cancel it. Rool Ner. Rool Ner is a better version of DDD and Incineroar's Nair, if you think about it. It's very safe on shield. It has armor. It combos. It's a combo breaker. It's the same frame as DDD's Nair. It's literally exactly the same as DDD's Nair, active for a couple frames more, and it has armor on it. So yeah, it goes above DDD while being really similar, right? Do I need to say anything? I'm not even gonna look up frame data. You guys know at this point that Little Mac doesn't have aerials. You guys know. Okay, here's another S tier Nair. It's Fox Nair, just as good. It's exactly as good as Fox Nair, I think. It's insane frame safety. Serves all the same purposes. If Fox and Link switch Nairs, I don't think anyone would notice. It's frame 7 startup, -2 on shield. Fox's is faster, so I think it has to be higher, right? Because they're basically the same. The hitbox is maybe a little bit more disjointed for Link, though. Yeah, Fox's is frame 4. And Link's is safer. Fox's is 3 frames faster, though. But again, it's a sex kick, so it doesn't even really matter how fast it is unless you're using it out of shield or as an anti-air. For landing, they're both going to be insane. Very, very, very good. It competes with Fox Nair. Look at that hitbox, though. Look at that hitbox. That matters. So yeah, Fox and Link are pretty much tied. You say priority. It's more just that it's hugely disjointed. Kirby Nair. I don't know very much about Kirby's Nair. I know it's good. I know it kills now. Frame 8, -2 on shield. Doesn't really combo as far as I'm aware. At least not. I mean, I think it does. But again, he's small. He's stubby. It's very disjointed, though. Seems pretty good. Seems like a pretty good Nair. And they gave it kill power now, too. So I think this is probably a high beat. It's very active. It's active for 24 frames, which is pretty good. So it's essentially works like a sex kick. Yeah, it's very good. -2 on shield. This is a really good Nair. I never really looked at Kirby's Nair. That's really, really good. That's easily A tier. It's better on characters who aren't Nair. Kirby, yeah, you're right. Lucario Nair. It's extremely, extremely safe on shield. It has a pretty good hitbox. I don't think the hitbox actually changes, but I don't think it combos that well. I don't know. Why am I not afraid of this move? Because like in theory, -2 on shield sounds really good to me, but I think the fact that it doesn't hit low and it doesn't have combos like ZSS's does. I don't know. Lucas Nair. You know, I don't know what to think about Lucas Nair. Does anyone else have no idea what to think about Lucas Nair? Like, it's clearly good, but how good is good? It seems inconsistent. It has amazing combo tools, but it's not very safe on shield. It's a starter, combo starter and extender, but it's like, I feel like it's Pichu Nair, but a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, I never actually ranked Lucario. Sorry, he's just there as a placeholder on the list. I'll rank him now. Yeah, so I think Lucas has Pichu Nair, just not anywhere close to as good, but it's still good. I think Lucario has a B tier Nair. It's very safe, but it's kind of small. We'll move it up here. I think it's A tier. I think it's an A tier Nair. Lucas Nair is probably B tier. It's kind of inconsistent. It's kind of slow. It's not very safe on shield, but it is an amazing combo tool. It's frame 7. It's not slow, but it's not as fast as like Yoshi Nair or something crazy like that. It's really good. It's really good, but I don't think it's consistent enough to be moving up to A or S tier. Lucina Nair, really good. Combo starter, combo extender, combo finisher, kill move. I think it's right up here with Chroms and maybe a little bit better. I think in his kit, Chroms is just as good because Chrom is a fast faller and he's quick. Lucina's fast, but she's floaty, which means that she can't combo quite as well off of her combo starters, and it's a lot harder for her to find falling aerials. Chroms is faster. I don't think Chroms is faster. I think Chrom just is a fast faller. Lucina's is frame 6, which is really good. It's a pretty good out of shield option. It's a good landing option, but again, the only thing holding this Nair back is the fact that she is not a fast faller. If Lucina was a fast faller, it'd be insane. Look, they're exactly the same. They're basically the same Nair, except Lucina's is safer and kills. Frame 6 startup, frame 6 startup. Yeah, they're exactly the same, except Lucina's is safer and kills. So I'm going to put it significantly higher. Yeah, I think it's right above Chrom because they're just so similar, but Lucina's is clearly better in a vacuum. You know what I mean? Luiginaire is incredible. This might be one of the best sex cakes in the game. It sends at the most ridiculous angle imaginable. It's very active. He's just slow. If he wasn't slow, if you put this Nair on a different character, look at how active this is and look at those launch angles. It sends straight up, y'all. A Nair that sends straight up is busted. It's so good. The combos he can get off this, and Luigi can use this Nair extremely, extremely well. It's -3, -5 on shield, which is very safe. Frame 3 startup for an out of shield option. This is one of the best sex kicks in the game. This actually might be up, might make the jump to S tier. I think Luigi Nair makes the jump to S tier because of how good of a combo tool it is. It's just as good as the other sex kicks, but it combos better than any of them except for maybe Fox's. And Fox's Nair is only a great combo tool because Fox is a fast faller and because Fox has his up smash, which is so fast. Why is it called that? I don't know, man. It's an old melee term. I think because they're just like the best Nairs, and so they call them sex kicks because it's like, oh, this Nair is sex, dude. Melee came out in 2001. Back in the mid-2000s, slang was weird, dude. You would just say, oh man, this is sex. Like you would say that about something good. Like it's just weird slang. People still use it sometimes, but because every single term in Smash history was made by immature teens in 2001 to 2004. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say, but you said it better, Doc. Thank you, Dr. Peace, for explaining that one. Cat is meowing in the background. Yeah, the cat's angry, dude. He's yelling. Mario Nair. I think this is the same as Doc Nair, but slightly better, right? It's a really good sex kick. It can be used to combo. Mario Nair is insane. It's probably bottom of S tier, if I'm being honest. Frame 3 startup, -2 on shield, buddy. This is literally, it's as good as Luigi's Nair, but it doesn't combo quite as well. That's it. Mario's Nair is really, really good. So it's very clearly S tier to me. You wish some of this would be phased out? Yeah, Sex Kick isn't a particularly offensive one, but it is kind of like a kid's game at its core. So it is a little weird to call it that. Marth, my question is Marth's Snare better than Lucina's? I think it might be. I mean, obviously, like they have identical frame data, but he has like these tipper confirms that kill dumb early. Plus, he can confirm the first hit of it into the second hit and kill you stupid early. So is Marth's like Lucina's, but a little bit better? Lucina's is more consistent, but it works as a combo tool either way. So yeah, I think Marth's is very slightly better than Lucina's. They're both busted. They're both really, really good. Mega Man. Weird character. Pellets are really good though. They're not really a Nair. It's like a Nair jab. I think it's a lot like Alex Steve's Nair, but ranged, but not as good of a combo starter. I'm still thinking about where I want to put him. It's not as good at a shield as Steve's. You think it's better because it can control neutral, combo, and kill? Well, Alex and Steve's controls neutral. It combos, and it can combo into kills. It doesn't control neutral that well. You're right. It combos and kills, though. He does not want to be held right now, but kitty cameo, here he is. He's a cute boy. He's a cute boy. You would give him a little pet. He was sitting in the bathtub screaming. Just going in the bathtub. Being a goober. He loves the acoustics, dude. He's a singer. Meta Knight, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I have no idea if Meta Knight has a good Nair or not. I am so unfamiliar with this character. Oh wait, I was placing Mega Man. Mega Man's is really good. It's a lot like Alex and Steve, so I'll put them next to each other. I think it's better in neutral, so I'm gonna put it a little bit higher than Alex and Steve's. Okay, Meta Knight has a tiny ball Nair. It has really good frame data, but it's really small. Confirms don't matter if it's in a vacuum. Well, it does matter because it matters a lot. Because, like, if we're trying to build the perfect character, then we have to consider how the move would play into other moves. Even if we don't know exactly what those moves are, like, combo ability is still, like, a factor, a spectrum that we can rank things on. It's fairly active, 6-frame startup, but it's tiny. The fact that it's small sucks. In a vacuum just means, like, I don't mean in their kit. I mean in a fictional mega kit that we're making. Probably lower than these. Lower than these. We'll put it here, around with Duck Hunt. Though Duck Hunt's combos. So we'll do that. Mewtwo. Okay, I don't know what to think about Mewtwo's Nair. It's obviously good. Don't get me wrong. It's obviously a good Nair. But it's not very safe on shield, so it's kind of an iffy landing option. The hitboxes are kind of inconsistent. People fall out. It's frame 7, which is good. It's got a huge finisher hitbox. It can kill. I don't know what to think about Mewtwo's Nair. We aren't using the vacuum as in alone. No, we're using vacuum as in separated from that character's kit. If every character in the game had only a Nair and no other moves, we would have a very different tier list than if every character had a Nair and then the same version of every other move. Like if we had like a generic F smash and a generic up air that everyone had, but then everyone had a different Nair, then obviously combo ability is still going to matter, even though we're saying in a vacuum. Like in a vacuum doesn't mean that it can't combo. Like the ability of a move to combo matters a lot. Yeah, I think Mewtwo has a B tier Nair. It's just a little inconsistent, but it's really, really good. It's very clearly good. But yeah, I think it's probably high up in B tier. It's around the same as Lucas's. I think they're very similar Nairs, so it makes sense to put them together. Brawler Nair, the most underrated Nair in the game. This thing is broken, y'all. It is so safe. Like, it's basically just Link Nair. It's got a massive disjoint for no reason. Do you guys see this shit? It's -2 on shield, frame 3. Hold on, it has an even bigger disjoint in one of these hitboxes. Yeah, the starter hitboxes are super disjointed. This Nair is super good, dude. It combos. He can combo it into kill moves. He can use it out of shield. Brawler's Nair is easy S tier. It's basically the same as Mario Nair. They literally basically copy pasted Mario Nair. So, you know, I'm going to put it right there with Mario Nair. I think it's a little bit more disjointed. It has like an extra hitbox over Mario Nair. Swordfighter Nair is pretty much Hero Nair, right? It's just not very good. It doesn't combo. It's like a decent coverage move. It's -5 on shield, which is good, but it's 10 frame startup. It's literally Ike Nair, but worse, just like Heroes. So we're gonna put it tied with Heroes. They're basically the same move. Is the cat back in the bathtub? Yes. Let me see if I'm gonna lock him out of the bathroom. Sorry. Stop it, buddy. He's trying to incentivize you guys to drop a tier 2 sub. A tier 2 sub would allow you to spam this emote. And I know you guys want to spam this emote right now. Gunner Nair. I think Gunner Nair is pretty good, actually. I don't know how good, though. Frame 8, -7. It does combo. I've seen it combo. So it's good. Wow, that hitbox is huge. So yeah, I think this is significantly better than Swordfighter's Nair, but not as good as Brawler's Nair. I think it's a middle Nair. So I think it's very good. I think it's probably in like this tier. It's very similar to Diddy's, but it has a bigger hitbox. It's very similar to Joker's Nair as well. I think it's really good. Yeah, definitely not S tier, but obviously not C tier. That's what I'm saying. It could fall anywhere in A to B tier, but I think it makes sense there between Diddy and Joker for me. Diddy's is probably a little bit better. The massive disjoint on Brawlers, though, is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Probably better, less situational than Icy's Nair, so. Min does have a really, really good Nair. Min Nair is a lot like Ike Nair. It comes out on the same frame. It's the exact same frame safety, but it can be powered up to kill. It can combo. This is literally just Ike Nair, but it can be powered up. I think it's really good. The fact that it's so versatile, the fact that it hits all around her. It's got the exact same frame data as Ike Nair. The same safety, the same frame it comes out. I would put it around like the Lucina tier. Is it better than Falcon's Nair? No, I think we'll put it here. Game & Watch Nair. This is very close to an S tier Nair. It probably is an S tier Nair. This move is literally Paolo Nair, but better. So I think it's probably a bottom of S tier Nair. It's really good. It's so active. It's so stupid active. And it's -4 on shield. It comes out on frame 7, so it's an out of shield option. It's a landing option. It butters your bread. It burns your toast. It cooks your bacon. He's got 2 moves that do that now. I don't know. Am I overvaluing sex kicks here? The first non-sex kick in S tier? That's true, actually. Now what does the S stand for? It stands for strong. Stupid strong. It stands for stupid. It stands for suck my dick, because that's how I feel whenever I get hit with one. Nair is really good. It's not as all-purpose as a lot of these other Nairs, but it's a really solid get-off-me tool. It kills. It's good for edge guarding. It's around this like Lucario tier, where it's clearly good, but it doesn't have the versatility of a lot of the other Nairs on this kit. It serves its purpose, but it just fits into his kit well. It does combo, but it's not quite big enough for me to see it as like his main combo starter, and he has other tools for that. Super good out of shield option. That's true, but it's frame 5, so it's not as good as like all these frame 3 out of shield options. But it's still very good. Is it better than like King K. Rool and DDD's Nairs? Yeah, probably. I'd put it right here. Pac-Man Nair. One of the best out of shield Nairs in the game. I'm inclined to put it even with Ness's because it serves a lot of the same purposes. It's not really a combo tool as far as I'm aware. It's more just a get off me, but it's like one of the best get off me tools in the game. It's got a really big hitbox. It's frame 3. It's really safe on shield, though I don't ever see Pac-Man's landing with it on shield. So yeah, I think this is an insanely good Nair, but it's not as all-purpose as a lot of other Nairs. It's really fast out of shield, though. Let's go with, like, up here. It's pretty much the same as Yoshi's, you know? Palu Nair. I'm not sure that it's S tier. It's definitely A tier plus. Easy bait, combos into itself, shield pokes, not safe on shield. It's literally just Game & Watch Nair, but maybe like they're about the same. I think Game & Watch and Palu are essentially tied. So I think bottom of S tier makes sense to me. The crazy thing about Palutena's Nair is it's her fourth best aerial. It's her 4th best aerial. Disgusting. Sickening. Her fair, her up air, and her back air are probably better than this aerial. And her down air ain't far behind. That's a really good down air. Every single one of Palu's aerials is S tier. It's crazy. Why'd they make this character like this? I don't know. Peach. Peachnere's alright. It can be used as a kill option. The problem with Peachnere, right, is it's carried by float. If float, like, if we're taking it in a vacuum, it's not like Ken and Ryu, you know? Ken and Ryu have, like, I think special canceling is like an aspect of that move. I'm saying that special canceling is an aspect of the move as opposed to an aspect of the character. Peachnere, very solid. It's frame 5, good out of shield option. It's good safety, but the hitbox just isn't that big. Like, it's big, but it's not that big. It doesn't combo. It's literally just Ness Nair. It's literally just Ness Nair. It just happens to be on a character that can float cancel. So I'm putting it right here with Ness, which I think makes sense. You know what I mean? Pichu Nair, pretty good. It's kind of small. I think it's like kind of like a Diddy Kong Nair, right? Where it's a space control. It combos really well, but it's a little bit stubby. It's not as good as Pikachu's Nair. Pichu's back air kind of fills the role of Pikachu's Nair when it comes to comboing and stuff, but it's still very good. Frame 3, -4 on shield. Yeah, I mean, that's a super solid move. Does he self-damage on this normal? No, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. You think Pichu Nair is not as good as Pikachu's? Yeah, obviously. Okay, so it doesn't come with self-damage. That's good. It's a good Nair. It's not very big. It does combo. It's very quick. Really good out of shield. It's the same as Kirby Nair. They're pretty much exactly the same move, except Pichu's doesn't kill and it's used for combos more. And it's right below Diddy's, which combos a little bit better than Pichu's in my opinion. Pichu uses back air to combo mostly. Pikachu Nair. Pikachu has one of the best Nairs in the game. And it's because of his ability to do loops. He can drag down into smash attacks. It has so much hit stun because it's an electric type move that you can combo it into pretty much anything. It's frame 3, which makes it a good out of shield option. You can out of shield it and then combo off hitting it out of shield. It combos into up tilt and then itself. The fact that it has electric properties is what really makes this move super, super good. It's mildly disjointed. It's really, really safe. I think it's a low S tier Nair. I think Game & Watch Nair might be slightly better in a vacuum, but on Pikachu, his Nair is insane. Piranha Plant literally just has Ivysaur Nair. It's like between Banjo and Ivysaur. I think in order of these similar Nairs, it goes Ivysaur, Piranha Plant, and then Banjo at the bottom. I need to look at some frame data here to know that for sure. It's frame 8, -13. So yeah, it functions really similar to Ivysaur, and this one's frame 7 though. So yeah, it's literally Ivysaur Nair, but a frame slower. So yeah, it goes right below Ivysaur. I think that makes perfect sense. The plants stick together, dude. The plants stick exactly together. Photosynthesis, dude. Photosynthesis. Pit Nair is an enigma. It's a really good Nair in theory, but it just doesn't work well enough, dude. I think it's either high B or low A. Actually, if Lucas is down here, it's kind of a similar situation where the move is very, very good in theory, but is inconsistent. They made it more consistent, so it's not bad now. It's frame 4, which is really fast, but it's very unsafe on shield. And yeah, it combos. It's a really good combo tool. So I think this is going to be around the same tier as Lucas Nair. Probably a little bit lower, because there's a safer. Lucas and Mewtwo have safer Nairs that do very similar things. Olimar Nair. Bro, I know nothing about Olimar Nair. It can't be good, right? Is it like F tier? I'm pretty sure Olimar has... He just spins around or something, right? Is this just like the freest F tier ever? I don't even remember. I play Olimar's literally never. It's frame 7. It's really, really tiny. That's got to be a free D tier Nair. Am I wrong? Does it combo? I don't know. That seems really bad. Let's put it like in D tier. It's better than Max, I'm sure, but it's definitely not good. Richter Nair is weird. It's like okay. They don't use it much because it doesn't really fit into their kit all that well, but it does have drag down setups, which is cool. It's really unsafe on shield. It's frame 8. It's like an okay out of shield option, but they have up B right there. I mean, I know this is in a vacuum. It doesn't really combo that well unless you get the drag down. I don't think Richter's Nair is really that solid. I think I'm putting it like in low B tier. Probably a little bit better than Cloud's Nair. Probably right here. Probably the lowest of the Nairs that can be used to combo. Worse than Pit's. Did I put him worse than Pit? Yeah, I did. I think it's significantly worse than Pit. I agree. Richter Nair drags down to get grabs at least. Yeah, that's useful. That is definitely good. And that makes it better than Ivysaur, Plant, and Banjo's, which all like try to drag down and don't work right. At least his actually works when you try to drag down with it. Ridley has a really, really good Nair, y'all. I think it's up here, like one of the best of... It might be a little lower than this. I'm gonna have to look at some frame data. It's huge, it's disjointed. You can use it to combo. It's like Charizard Nair, but just like way better. Frame 8, -8 on shield, but it's huge and it's massively disjointed, and it can be used to force tech chases. It can be forced to, it can be used to combo. It can be used to edge guard. It has a lot of uses. I don't think it's better than all of these that just give you straight up free combos, but I think it's probably right here, like right below Joker. It's not like the best Nair in the game, like some people were saying. It's not a multi-purpose, like it's not used for everything, but what it is used for, it does a really good job of. It's very good at fulfilling its main purpose. Robner, really, really good Nair. Kind of does the same thing that Min Min's Nair does, where it's like it's a solid combo starter, a solid out of shield. It's very similar to Ridley's, but I think better because it's so safe on shield. The crazy frame safety of it makes it really, really good, but it is frame 14, y'all. It's a really good landing option. It's really, really massive. It combos, it forces tech. It's, again, it's -3 on shield. But I think it's just like slightly better than Min Min's, you know? It's very, very good, but the 14 frames of startup kind of holds it back from being S tier. F-Rob, agreed. Look at that. It's active for 18 frames. It's an 18 frame Nair. You're saying Greninja's is better than Min Min's? Maybe. I don't think in a vacuum that's true. I think a character who wasn't Min Min could get combos off of her Nair, and her Nair kills. Her Nair, the only reason she can't combo off of it is she doesn't like have a real... She doesn't have real aerials, you know? If she had real aerials like a bunch of other characters, she could do what Ike does. It sends it a really good angle to combo. Robin Nair, really good, very active, can be used out of shield, can be comboed with, doesn't have a lot of end lag. -6, so it's kind of safe on shield. It can't be shield grabbed, which is good. Really big, huge, disjointed hitboxes. This is a really good Nair. It's extremely, extremely active. It can kill at higher percents. The only thing we have to think about is Levin and Bronze. Is Bronze Nair less safe? I think it just doesn't kill as well, and the hitboxes are smaller. I think the fact that Levin and Bronze like exist, and we have to account for that, like I think we need to average those two together, basically. She has Levin more often than she has Bronze, though, and we need to take that into account. This is around like a Corrin tier Nair. It works in a lot of the same ways as Corrin. It can combo, it's fast, the hitbox is good. Rosa has a good Nair, but I think it might be a little bit overrated. What do we do about... I think we have to ignore Luma. I think we don't think about Luma's Nair. Well, okay, actually, if we were saying that Ice Climbers get Nana, then I guess Rosa gets Luma as well. That hitbox is pretty small, but frame 9 -4 on shield. It's a good move. She can combo out of it. It's not like she's not great at comboing out of it, but she can. And I guess if she has Luma hitting back and forth, that would make it pretty good. I do think it's maybe a little bit overrated, but I think this is like, again, around a Corrin tier Nair. I think Corrin's is probably better. I think Robin's is probably a little bit better. I think Pac-Man's is a little bit better. Probably right here. Why is Pit higher than Banjo? Because it combos.
Their family.
Cuffs with the tier 3 sub. Again, I don't know if you were, I know I was playing when you dropped the Tem bomb earlier. I really, really appreciate it, dude. You're one of the major reasons why I can do this as often as I do. Like, you help make streaming, which is what I love to do, worth it, which has been so helpful to me, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Cuffs. Why is Byleth so low? It's her best area? Yeah, but Byleth sucks. And also, it's not. Her back air and fair air are both better than her Nair. Okay, Roy's Nair is probably slightly worse than Chrom's, but still really, really good. The main reason being it can't combo into F smash, but it can combo into jab, back air, so like, who cares? It's probably tied with Chrom's. -6, -5. Chrom's is -6. So yeah, it's actually never less safe. It's always just as safe, and sometimes it's even safer. So I guess it's better. But the fact that it doesn't combo into F smash, it gives you a little bit less frame advantage, I guess. But you do get sour spot combos. I don't know. I think Roy and Chrom's Nairs are basically tied. Chrom gets more extensions. We'll put Chrom like just a little bit higher. How's Ryu looking? Ryu's Nair is really, really good. He would like, I'll do him now. Actually, he's next. Ryu's Nair is as good as Ken's. It might be better. Let me look at the frame data real quick. And again, we are saying that special canceling is an aspect of the move itself. So if you get Ryu's Nair, you can cancel it into your specials. And that's what makes it so crazy. Oh my god. Do you guys see this shit? -1? -1? Frame 4? Unbelievable. Yeah, that's busted. I think that's even safer than Ken's, right? And Ken's is like -2. Yeah, Ken's is -2. Ken's has a much better hitbox, though. That's a way better Nair hitbox. So that's something to account for. So I think I would actually put him a little bit lower than Ken, just because of the hitbox is better. I actually think I would move Ryu down a little bit. As insane as this Nair is, the hitbox just kind of sucks. And that matters. Let me take another look and make sure I'm not missing a later hitbox on the move. Oh, okay, actually, never mind. The hitbox is fine. What am I talking about? It's not as good as Ken's. It's still not as good as Ken's because he's using a punch. So I think I will put this right here. Maybe right here. Should I move them down? I don't know. I think their Nairs are really, really good. Special canceling's busted. In a vacuum, dude. In a vacuum, they're just too good. They can special cancel. They can special cancel. It's broken, dude. It's so good. The hitbox on Ken's is nuts. Yeah, it's really good. Actually, yeah, let's move Ryu down a little bit just because the hitbox isn't as good. But it's still insane. Samus. Samus Nair's pretty good. It's a get off me tool. It's not really a comboer. It's a lot like Ness Nair, I think, but significantly slower. It's pretty safe. It kills, which is really nice. I think its hitbox is huge. Hitbox is really good. Yeah. I think this is Ness's Nair, but maybe a little bit worse because it's significantly slower. But it's a very good Nair. Sheikner, I think Sheik probably has the worst sex kick. It's really good. Like and I know her frame data is really good, but that hitbox is just pitiful. Like, and her hurtbox extends just as far as the hitbox does. So compare this to Link. Like, as good as that is, I think it's probably the worst sex kick. It's the worst linger hitbox hit. Look at that. Do you guys see the difference here? Like, why does Link have so much privilege in this game? It is frame 3, though. It is really, really fast, which is definitely not too shabby. But I think in terms of overall like usefulness, the hitbox hurts a lot. So I'm gonna be putting Sheik here. I don't think it's the worst sex kick. It's better than Puffs. It's better than Doc's, maybe, because the frame data is just that good. But the fact that the hitbox is so small is a little bit limiting. You think Little Max Nair is better than Olimar's? I don't know, man. They're both junk. So, what does Max Nair even do? It's -8, frame 2. But look at that hitbox, dude. It's active for 1 frame. What does this move do for you? Shulk has the most range of like any Nair. Is it S tier? He can combo with it, he can kill with it, he can edge guard with it. Shulk Nair is something else, dude. It's frame 13, which is pretty slow, but it's -2 on shield. And look how massive that move is. Move is huge. Why does he get that? It's way bigger than Ike's. Maybe not way bigger, but it is bigger than Ike's. Only 6 frames of landing lag. Yeah, he can spam this even more than Ike can spam his Nair. But at the same time, it doesn't combo as well as Ike's. Is this low S tier or high A tier? That's what I'm wondering. It's not as good as these because they combo better. It's not as good as these because they're safer. Because they're faster. They're much faster and more active. But man, Shulk's Nair is definitely S tier for sure. The safety alone makes it like it's his main neutral tool. And anytime a Nair is your main neutral tool, it's got to be really good, and it is. Snake Nair is, it's okay. It's good, right? It's fast. It can combo in some niche situations, but it's not his main tool. It's frame 10, it's -14. It's not safe at all at shield. The hitbox is good, but it's not like an all-encompassing one. It's slow. Yeah, I don't know. Let's put it right here, I think. Does it make sense for me to have Charizard and Ridley's Nairs so far apart when they're so similar? I think Ridley's is significantly bigger, isn't it? Something to think about, though. Meta Knight Nair underrated. It's so small. Snake Nair is very good. I mean, yeah, I have it in B tier. I don't know. What's so good about Snake Nair? I don't get what's so good about it. It doesn't link into itself well. It can kill. It's active, and that's good. But it's not a shield option. It's not a landing option. It's just mediocre. In a vacuum, it's not very good. It works decently well in his kit, but in a vacuum, it's not great. Sonic Nair is... I don't know where to put it. It's not bad. It can combo. It's tiny, though. It's frame 6. It's pretty safe on shield. I think if he had to box, it would be considered a pretty good Nair. But I don't know, man. It just isn't special. There's nothing special about this move. It sends at a really good angle for comboing, but it's a lot like Diddy Kong Nair. I think it's a worse Diddy Nair. It's a worse Pichu Nair. Probably a little bit better than Kirby's Nair. There's no way it's that high up, is it? I need to break down these tiers, man. These aren't all A tier. There's like a pretty big drop off, I think, after Diddy and Pichu. I think after Pichu, everything here should be moved down to A tier. I'm gonna do that. Or to B tier, I mean. I don't think those should have been in A tier. They're just not as good as the ones at the top. I might have to move B tier down to C tier as well. Yeah, that's where I would stop it. Late hit Nair confirms into S smash. Yeah, no, Sonic has a good Nair. You think it's better than Kirby's? Yeah, I think I agree. But Kirby's is really good and it just kills outright. Yeah, Sonic's Nair is not bad. The hitbox sucks though. Hitbox is bad. Actually, no, I do think Kirby's is better. It has a better hitbox, it's safer. Kirby's is just on a slow character, and Sonic's is on a fast character, and that's why you guys are biased against Sonic's Nair. You know what I mean? Sonic's Nair seems better because it's on a fast character. It's not actually a better Nair. Terry, his Nair is really, really good. Frame 4, -4, really good hitbox, combos, can be special canceled. I mean, this has to be S tier, right? I think it's the worst FGC Nair because it's a lot less safe, but it's really, really good. It's probably like around Pikachu tier, right? So yeah, I think I'm going to put it in low S tier, but it's definitely the fact that you can special cancel, the fact that it's safe, the fact that it's a good anti-air, it's really good. You think it's the best FGC Nair? How is it better than Ken's, dude? There's no way it's better than Ken's. Shoto Nair is tiny. Ken's Nair is not tiny. Ryu's is pretty small. Ken's Nair is huge. Ken puts his whole ass foot out there, dude. I'm pretty sure Ken's is bigger than Terry's. Look at that. That's not tiny. In what world is it goes out further? It literally goes out further. It's not as like high up. Ken Nair is not tiny. What are you talking about? How is that tiny? It covers like 2 whole lengths of his body. Horizontal coverage matters way more than vertical coverage when it comes to Nairs like this. I think Ken's is better than Terry's. Terry's is really good though, but if you consider the frame safety, Terry's is faster. I'll give it that. But this one's active for 11 frames. This one's active for... it's active for 15. How is it active for 15 frames, dude? You guys are carried. I think Ken and Terry's are really similar. But Ken's insane frame safety. Let's just move him up here. I think he's better. Is it better than Ryu's? Ryu's hitbox sucks, so yeah. We'll do this. I actually think Rhea's hitbox probably moves him down a little bit. I think he goes right here. This makes sense to me. I think Ken's is better than Terry's though. Squirtle Nair, really good. Squirtle Nair is literally just Pichu Nair, right? Like they're just the same move, essentially. Like they both combo in the same exact way. Frame 3 -4, frame 4 -5. Okay, so it's slightly worse than Pichu Nair, I'd say. Yeah, it's the same amount of active, but it's active 1 frame later, and it's like slightly less safe. But they're essentially the same move. So I'm gonna put Pichu slightly above Squirtle and call them pretty much the same Nair. You think Squirtle Nair can kill? Yeah, eventually. But you know, no one ever. I guess we're rating it in a vacuum. Yeah, it's good. It's a very good Nair. These are basically Kirby Nair, but better. And question is Diddy's? Yeah, Diddy's is better than these. I think Diddy's Nair is crazy. The only reason why these are higher is they combo with the rest of their kit a little bit better than Diddy does. But Diddy's still really good. His Nair is insane. Toon Link Nair. I don't really know much about Toon Link Nair, but I'm inclined to think it's mid. Like it's good, but it's mid. Pretty good frame safety. That's nice. Really nice hitboxes. That's a lot of reach. Very disjointed. Doesn't look like a massive commitment. The thing about Nairs like this is they're a big commitment when you're in the air. If you use it rising, you're committing hard to this move, and people can react and punish. As opposed to like a sex kick, which is always going to be active in front. If someone shields the front hit of this, they're going to get a punish on you. However, it's really good while landing. Frame 6 is pretty good. But it doesn't combo. It's more of a get off me Nair. And it's a pretty good get off me Nair. It's like Samus Nair, but it doesn't kill as early. I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, this is the similar get off me Nair tier list. And I think his is the worst of, well, his hitboxes are really good. But yeah, I actually think Peach goes down. I think Peach goes right here because her hitboxes aren't as good. And again, this is not including float stuff. Float stuff isn't inherent to the move. Peachnere is carried by the fact that float canceling exists. And the fact that she can like drift and float in and out. You know what I mean? Toon Link is better for combos. Yeah, I think so. But Samus's kills is really nice. I think these are all comparable. You know what I mean? I hear Villager Nair is really good. I haven't really played very many villagers, and when I do, I pretty much just get to range privilege them, so I don't experience their moves. The hitbox kind of sucks, but it's frame 3, which is really nice out of shield. -4 on shield, that's pretty good. It looks like it's just Kirby Nair, but it doesn't kill. Am I wrong? Is this not just Kirby Nair? Can you combo off of Villager Nair, and are the combos like can you combo with something strong? That's the question. Because otherwise this is just Kirby Nair, but not quite as good. Well, Kirby's is frame 8, so it's actually significantly better. It's less safe on shield though, which is actually a huge deal. -4, -5 is a lot worse than -2, -3. The hitbox is not great on this move. It sets up into tech chases. Yeah. You think Tink Nair is better than Squirtle Nair? I don't think so. You think Villager Nair is much better than Squirtle and Tink? How so? I don't know. I guess I've never seen this move like in action comboing people. But I think I'll put it here. It's pretty much the same as these Nairs. Used to combo. It can be used to kill. I think it's maybe a little bit better than Kirby's because of how fast it is, so it makes it a really good out of shield option. But I think these are all pretty equivalent Nairs. They all work really similarly. Wario Nair is busted. Its hitbox kind of sucks, but my god, is that move good. Frame 4, active for, oh my god, dude, 28 frames? Am I doing that right? The late hitbox is tiny, but it combos. It's really good, dude. Or no, sorry, 38 frames. 38 frames. I misplaced a number. Maybe Villagers is better. I think Villagers is a little bit better, though. I think you're right about that. Wario probably has a top of A tier Nair. Its hitbox kind of holds it back, but it's insanely good. Wii Fit Trainer. This one's weird. Whenever I play Wii Fit Trainer, which is very, very rarely, I can never get this move to do jack shit. Frame 9, -5 on shield, but it's a really good combo tool. It's got a really good hitboxes. 8 frames of landing lag. That's nothing. Wii Fit has a very good Nair. It works like a lot of the swordy Nairs without being a sword, but it is very disjointed. I think it's around like a little bit better than Diddy Kong's Nair. It serves a lot of the same purposes and combos really well, and it can lead to a lot of damage. It can juggle pretty effectively. True. I think it works pretty much the same as Diddy's while having better hitboxes. So I think I will put it a little bit higher. Wolf Nair. It's literally just Fox Nair, but like slightly worse. So I think it goes here. How does it stack up with Luigi? I'm curious about. Wolf Nair is broken. Very, very, very good. But it's frame 7 while Fox's is frame 3. So it's definitely not as good as a lot of the other sex kicks. But that's, you know, it's splitting hairs. Like, they're all S tier, you know? Luigi's frame 3 -3, but the hitbox kind of sucks. On a fast character, though, that move would be crazy. It's in such a disgusting angle. I think Wolf goes here. I think it's very comparable to Mario, but probably has, like, slightly better hitbox than Mario's Nair. Yeah, Mario's is frame 3. Yeah, it's literally just Mario's Nair. It's a lot less safe, though. It's less safe, but it's way bigger. It's way bigger. It's huge. Like, look at those hitboxes. It can kill. Wolves and Foxes are the same because they both excel in different areas. That's true, but this one's a lot slower and it doesn't combo as well. Like, Fox's okay, they both combo insanely well, but Fox's combos at kill percent, Wolf stops comboing when you get to kill percent. Which is a significant. Fox literally can Nair and then kill off of it. Wolf Nair will kill on its own sometimes, but that's not really what it's, like, known for or good for. It can kill at ledge at high percent. All right, Yoshi Nair. Yoshi Nair is another really good sex kick, get off me tool. I don't think he really can combo with it, but it's really good for forcing tech chases. Yeah, it's a really good out of shield option. It's very safe. It has a really good hitbox. It lingers for a long time. I mean, it works like a lot of the other sex kicks. So it's definitely S tier. It's pretty much Mario Nair. Is it faster than Mario Nair? No, they're both the same. It's actually a little bit less safe than Mario Nair, and a little bit less active than Mario Nair. So it comes down to hitboxes. Luigi has a really big hitbox. Mario's is a little bit stubbier. So I think Yoshi's is maybe a little bit better than Mario's. Wolf's Nair doesn't actually stop comboing at kill percent, although it's still worse than Fox. I mean, you're right. You can combo, like, Nair into side B sometimes, but it's a lot less consistent, you know? It's a lot less consistent than Fox's, which is just like you hit a Nair, you win the game, you know? Wolf is more floaty than Fox, which means it stays out longer. Yeah, but we're looking at a vacuum, right? I mean, that's aspects of the character. And Fox being a fast faller means that he can combo more easily off of it. So Nair combos into bare, fair tech chases and can kind of edge guard with it. Wolf Nair is clear S. Yeah, it is clear S. Who's arguing? Wolf Nair should be below Sheikner. Bro, have you seen the size of Sheikner? It's tiny. Can you compare this hitbox to Wolf's hitbox and really tell me that Wolf Nair? Look at that. Compare those. Wolf's is way better. Way bigger. Wolf Nair is a booty-ass launch angle. Are you playing the same game I'm playing? Did someone break into your house and plug a USB into your Switch and patch your game? 'Cause that's the only explanation I can think of. So I'm sorry that happened. You need to invest in a security system. But Young Link's Nair is I think a clear S tier Nair. It's a lot like Link's Nair. I think it just has a smaller hitbox. It combos, it kills. It actually kills now. They buffed it to where it kills for some reason now. Frame 4, -3, huge. Combos, kills, walks your dog, makes you breakfast. It's just so good. Yeah, Young Link Nair is a clear S tier. I think it's just slightly worse than Link's Nair. I still think it's better than Terry's Nair in theory. Maybe not, dude. Oh, bro, if I'm including special canceling, don't I just have to put Terry up here? I mean, think about how busted it could be with other characters' specials. Young Link can Nair twice in one short hop, right? Yeah, he can. It's crazy, right? I think if special canceling is included, I have to put him at the top, because, like, any decent killing special is just going to be broken with it. Young Link matching aerials out of shield. Yeah. I think this makes more sense. I don't think it makes sense to have Ken up here and Terry down here. I do think Ken's is better than Terry's very slightly, but I think this makes a little bit more sense. Zelda Nair kind of blows, dude. It's better than it used to be, so it's probably B tier instead of C tier like it used to be. But it's frame 6. All right, it's got good hitboxes now. I think maybe I'm biased from when I used to play this character. Zelda Nair is worse than it used to be. Is that true? I haven't played as Zelda since February 2019, or maybe like March or April. All right, I'm gonna trust the Zelda main here. Let's put it in C. It's like Banjo Nair, right? Where it has uses, but it's not great. I think it's definitely better than Banjo Nair, right? I think it's definitely better than Banjo Nair. Frame 6. It's very active, but it's really unsafe. If you guys could land with this Nair, it would be so much better. It would be so much better. You don't know what Zelda Nair is supposed to do? I don't either. It ain't that bad. I don't know, though. I think this is where it goes. The problem here is that Nairs in general are really, really good in Smash Ultimate. The only Nairs that I think are actually booty unusable are these two. Every other Nair in the game is pretty good. So it's hard. Like, you see them in C tier and you're like, wait, it's not trash. I'm like, yeah, it's not. It's like comparing a Smash Ultimate tier list to a Melee tier list. You know what I mean? Some characters have really bad up airs. Almost nobody has a bad Nair. They're all useful in their own way, even though some are more broken than others. Isabelle tier, Nair in the same tier as Ness, that's wild. Yeah, I was thinking I might need to reorganize the tiers, because I recently moved a bunch of A tiers down to B tier. I think I need to move a lot of B tiers down to C tier, so I'll probably do that once I get everyone ordered. ZSS, okay. People are gonna call me dumb for this, or at least I think everyone but ZSS mains are gonna call me dumb for this. It's really good, but it's carried by the fact that flip kick exists. I think it's -2, which is great. It's frame 10, which is okay. But it's kind of niche. Like, the only reason it's as good as it is because she has the tools in her kit to get crazy shit off of it. But if you took this and you just stuck it to any character that didn't have flip kick, I don't know if I would call it S tier. I think it's pretty clearly A tier. It works a lot like Marth and Lucina's, while being safer, I think. So I would put it here towards the top of A tier, but I don't think it's an S tier Nair. If it was more versatile, it would definitely be S. Yeah, and it's insane frame safety helps, but think about it. ZSS has two tools. She has two tools that make her Nair broken. It's not just the Nair itself. She has a frame 1 jab, which allows her to land on shield with Nair, and then pressure with jab, which is broken. It's so good. If she didn't have a frame 1 jab, it wouldn't be nearly as good. And she has flip kick, which she can get out of the combo at 40% to kill you. So without those two tools in a vacuum, I think her Nair is just good. It's not great. Unfortunate. Man, Twitter really boned your video, huh? Yeah, that sucks. Inconsistency in a move is definitely going to hurt it a lot. But I've got it in C tier, you know. It's not very good. I'm mega underrating Ike Nair. I really don't think so. I think it's okay. I think it's overrated. It combos well, only because the only reason Ike Nair combos well is because he has his up B to combo out of it. It doesn't combo well in other situations. It works because it's on Ivy. Exactly. That's everyone, yeah? It's all about the boy now. All right, before we put the boy in, our boyo himself, Mr. Nairman, I'm going to take another look at these tiers. I think a lot of B tier needs to be moved down, and I think these need to be moved down as well. I think we're going to make this C tier, and then we're going to split B tier up. By the way, the Banjo mains are going to come for me, dude. They love their Nair. I think this makes sense to me. I think Byleth Nair is better than Cloud Nair. Bowser Jr. probably goes here. Richter probably goes here. I think Byleth Nair is better than this. I think I did her dirty a little bit. I think Snake Nair is definitely not this good. I think Ike Nair is better than Snake Nair. I think Snake Nair really isn't that great. I don't know why I had it so high. Squirtle Nair probably could go down to B tier. Villager B tier. Pichu stays there. Pichu's got to be the cutoff. His Nair is really good. Sonic's is good, but the hitbox isn't great. Let's see. Where's the cutoff between B and C tier? Probably Ganon. But I think Bowser's Nair is better than Ganon's Nair. I think it's better than DK's Nair. I think it's better than Pit. Better than Lucas. I think Bowser's Nair goes right here. It combos, it kills, it does 30%. I mean, what more could you want? It's got really bad frame safety, though. It's the only reason why it's not higher. This makes sense to me. I don't know. I think it's better than I'm giving it credit for, but that hitbox sucks. I think it's probably better than Cloud's. It's probably better than Bowser Jr.'s. We'll put it at the top of C tier. I think that makes sense. We'll move it up. But it's so small. You can do 2 Nairs in a short hop? I wasn't aware of that, but it's not enough, man. The hitbox is just too small. I think other than that, I'm pretty happy. I don't know. I think I might be underrating both Meta Knight and Duck Hunt here. Put Byleth over Duck Hunt for sure. Yeah, I think you're right. Just for sheer range, I think Byleth is good because it just has a lot of range. It's really big. Its data kind of sucks, but it's huge. Charizard Nair is basically Ridley Nair. Yeah, frame 8, that's really good for how disjointed it is. The hitboxes are kind of small, but it is very safe and it does kill. What was my nest logic? Really good out of shield, really strong. It's one of the best out of shield Nairs, but it doesn't really combo. You know what I mean? It's time. Let's rank the boy. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. Obviously, you guys are not going to completely agree with me. I'm sure I'm oversighting a lot of things. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that people are going to roast me for, but there's 70 freaking 8 characters or something in this game. I can't know everything about every single one, so I want you guys to understand that. And I don't main all these characters. I really only play Ike. However, I have tried all of these characters, and I think Brawler Nair is extremely overrated. I don't know what you guys are smoking. All right, Ike Nair. I think now, again, let's pull the frame data. Let's pull up the frame data. And you know what? I actually don't know yet. I need to think about this for a second. I need to compare it to all of these Nairs. Because it's still really good. It's worse than it used to be. Frame 10 startup, massively disjointed, -5 on shield. That's really safe. Okay, it's better than this Nair. 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 Is it better than Sheikner? Is Ike Nair, it combos better, but it's a lot less safe. It has less range. Is Ike Nair better than Sheikner? I think they're almost exactly as good as each other. I think they serve the same exact purposes. They're both insanely good, but I think the reason we're so afraid of Sheikner, is because Sheik has speed art. I think if Sheik doesn't have speed art, we're way less afraid of that thing because it doesn't combo as well. So I think I actually would put Ike's in a vacuum a little bit higher than Sheik's. Now, is it higher than Pikachu's? Is it higher than Pikachu? I actually think Ike's is a little bit better than Sheik's. I think it's a little bit better just because it combos better at early percent. Pikachu Nair combos like crazy, but you got to think about Ike's range. Ike is so hard to get in on, and like Ike still will do 40+% to you if you hit one Nair. And Pika can't really. Pika can start combos with Nair. Pika can kill with Nair, but so can Ike. Yeah, I think it might be better. I think Ike Nair might be better than Pika's. Is it better than Game & Watch? I think Game & Watch is just better than Palutina's very slightly. Is Ike's better than Palu in Game & Watch Nair? Yeah, I think so. In a vacuum, it's safer. Palu's Nair can be used as an out-of-shield option is the only thing, and so can Game & Watch's. And I think that's what makes the difference. I think Ike's Rising Nair is garbage. And since Pika combos into grabs and kill throw would be really good. Yeah, no, it's excellent. He's an S tier for a reason. It's just smaller. Ike's has more purposes. And now it kills as well, sort of. But that's not really something to take into account. It still has kill combos at absurdly early percents. We're trying to build the best character possible. Which Nair are we going with? That's the way we're using it. This is which Nair would work best in an ideal kit. And combo ability matters a lot. I don't know where Ike falls in this range, but he's definitely in this range. I think Sex Kicks are still some of the best Nairs in the entire game. But do you think Ike Nair is better than Palu Nair? No. Yeah, I think pre-patch it was. I think pre-patch Ike Nair is up here somewhere. And I think post-patch Ike Nair is right here. And this is what I'm going to go with. Not being able to use it rising is kind of a problem. Sheik can use his rising, but again, Ike's frame safety and combo ability matters a lot. It matters a lot. I think that you can't underrate that. You agree with Shadow Nair being top tier? I think that if you include special cancels, they're possibly the best Nairs in the entire game. Okay, I think this is it. I think we're good to go.
Those I fight with, they're family.
Thank you so much to my patrons. I only get to do this because you guys support me, and I appreciate it so much. If you'd like to become a patron, check out the link in the description. Thank you very much, everybody.